Welcome back to the Right Corner YouTube channel. You are back again for the Zamzim political updates. What are Zimbabwean politicians saying on X space, formerly Twitter? What are Zimbabwean prominent people saying on the Sam space? What is happening in and outside Zimbabwe? Unfiltered information and updates. Reporting it as it is here on the Right Corner YouTube channel. So please subscribe. Getting into business straight, we are looking at Rutendo Matinyarare, who posted on his Twitter account, that Hopewell is spreading false information about our nation, Zimbabwe. Rutendo Matinyarare posted that Hopewell continues to spread false information about Zimbabwe to damage its national image, so why isn't he being arrested? Yesterday, Hopewell appeared on SABC once again and began making false claims about Zimbabwe and sanctions, as he does every other day on foreign media. Number one, in his submission, he stated that sanctions on Zimbabwe are targeted, knowing well that hashtag ZDERA, hashtag IEEPA, hashtag EO13469, and EU Council resolutions on ZDI apply to the government, municipalities, parastatals, financial institutions, businesses, investors, and anyone doing business with the above or materially assisting them. This means these sanctions collectively punish civilians by denying businesses, financial institutions, and government serves them loans, payment clearances, banking relationship services, products, software, technology, and logistics required to provide healthcare, economic development, jobs, clean water, and social welfare for the citizens. Number two, additionally, he mentioned that Zimbabwe has not built any new hospital theaters since 1978 and that it costs $30,000 to establish a hospital operating theater. Both these facts are not true, as in April 2021, hashtag StanBigBank spent $2 million refurbishing a theater at Salimugabe Hospital, along with an additional $37,000 worth of theater equipment it supplied to supplement existing equipment. This put the cost of refurbishing a theater, not building a new one, at over $2.37 million. It's worth noting that many hospitals have been built with theaters in Zimbabwe since 1980. Recently, the Zimbabwean government completed the Lupani Hospital, which includes brand new theaters. He also claimed that the collapse of the Zimbabwean healthcare system was due to corruption rather than sanctions. However, the UNHRC report, which was released last year at the UN General Assembly, states that sanctions have reduced Zimbabwe's healthcare budget from 10.8% to 7%, leading to a foreseeable reduction in investment in hospital and clinic construction in the country since 2001. Additionally, a reduction in tax revenue, loans payment, blockades, and restrictions on technology transfer have made it challenging for the government to retain professional staff, purchase medicines, acquire machinery, equipment, and software. Number four, furthermore, he falsely asserted that 70% of women that give birth at Musina Hospital in South Africa were from Zimbabwe. From where does he get those statistics which kept the number of Zimbabweans giving birth in Musina hospitals at a constant 70%? Hopewell repeatedly criticizes the South African president, who is armed with the UN report and the South African government's DECO report on Zimbabwe's sanctions, to support his call for the removal of sanctions that the UN labeled as illegal and said were violating civilian human rights. The reason Hopewell continues to spread false information about Zimbabwe and its sanctions is to divide the two nations by inciting hatred and xenophobia upon Zimbabweans in South Africa. So why is our government not protecting Zimbabweans by arresting Hopewell for disseminating disinformation and falsehoods against our country and nations, knowing that he is lying to damage the nation's image and interest in violation of Section 22A 4B of the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Amendment Act? Last year, we filed a complaint against SABC with the BCCSA Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa for bias, falsehood, and misinformation by Hopewell. However, the chairman of the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa Tribunal ruled fraudulently against us and demanded that we pay 25,000 rands to appeal her fraudulent decision. The propaganda war is clearly staked against us, and we expect our government to take a more proactive stance in protecting the nation's interests of our nation before our relationship with our neighbors is damaged. This was Rutendo Matinyarare on his or her X account. However, that people were reacting to what he or she had posted. As someone said, writing such a long essay to get someone arrested, that is very sad. Keeping job seeker in prison for no reason will actually do more harm to the image of Zimbabwe than Hopewell appearing on SABC. Siya aite zvaanoda zvinomupa mari. Why isn't he being arrested by who? Freedom of speech, someone said. Everything at Daddy Hope said. He did not lie. We do not have a functional ICU unit. Zim women crossed to SA to give birth, where they were arranged us to bring everything needed for giving birth, including navel peg, razor blade, cotton. In SA, they just go. Is sanctions causing that? That's another one. Another one said, keeping quiet about the state of our affairs in hospital is not patriotism. What Hopewell is doing is telling our situation as it is to those who may not be aware. Corruption is our number one enemy in Zimbabwe, not sanctions. Some of us live in Zimbabwe, and we know that what Daddy Hope is talking about is true. Come and stay in Zimbabwe. There are no sanctions in Zimbabwe. ZANU bought more than 400 GD4 vehicles for every aspiring councillor and MP. We saw Mayweather here. We had chicken in at every rally. ED has 240 meters in his coffers. Million in his coffers. Zim is the fastest growing state in SADC. Scott moves around with 6 million cash. You are not in the Daddy Hope class nor anywhere near his intellectual and what he has achieved. Could you please debate with your type Vanalinda Masarira and Passion Java? That is why Chinamasa said who he or she is Rutendo. Our president ED recently said Zim is the fastest growing economy in the region and strongest currency. In a democracy, you don't arrest someone for speaking, even if what he says are blatant lies and propaganda. If that was the case, you would have been arrested a long time ago. These were people reacting to what Rutendo Matinyarare has said about Hopewell Shingono, as he or she is stating that Hopewell should be arrested because he is damaging the nation's image. Let's get to hear what you think about Rutendo Matinyarare. Is he telling the truth or not?